Alright, so an interesting video today because we're going to talk about the Habs' new highest paid player. And now, one thing I really want to make sure is when I say player, to me, that does not count the goalies. The goalies are in their very own category. Okay, now you could say the highest paid guy on the roster, and then we're talking about Carey Price. Carey Price's $10.5 million cap hit is the highest, and I don't see anybody passing Carey Price's $10.5 million cap hit for a long time with the Montreal Canadiens. But the reason I'm not really including him with this is because we don't know what his status is. He might not even be playing next year. He might not play ever again, Carey Price, given everything he's been through recently. So, I'm looking at guys that honestly are going to be with the Habs for the very long-term future, and guys who aren't goalies and who are signed here. So, can you guess who it is? Okay, because last year, and people were upset about this. I saw a lot of people bringing this up. How is Brendan Gallagher the highest paid Montreal Canadiens forward at $6.5 million cap hit? And again, last year, we could have had the conversation about Shea Weber as well, even though he wasn't on the roster and playing, he was still getting paid from LTIR. So that's, again, another reason why Carey Price is in a different kind of category here. But Brendan Gallagher last year was the highest paid forward at $6.5 million. And remember also that Josh Anderson, $5.5 million, as well as Jonathan Drouin, $5.5. So they were tied, and that rounded out the top three. But now, as of July 13th, Nick Suzuki's new 8-year contract kicks in and makes him the highest paid player / forward on the Montreal Canadiens, depending how you want to look at it. Now, his cap hit is only $7.875 million. Okay, so that's the number against the cap. That's the number that you're going to look at when you're looking at making signings, trades, LTIR, that type of thing. But in total salary, Nick Suzuki's getting paid $10 million this year. And look, Nick Suzuki's about to turn 23 years old. He had a 61-point season last year. This season, there's no mistaking it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Nick Suzuki is the number one center on the Montreal Canadiens. Okay, he's got the big money contract. He's got the cachet. He's got the prestige. He's got to perform now. 61 points is very good. And again, we talked about this a few videos back, how he was mentioned on one of the top 10 worst contracts in the NHL, which, by the way, a lot of people said, oh, it's the model, it's the system, it's the this and the that. It's because he's making $10 million and he got 61 points. Again, I maintain my point. You can come to me all you want with how the writer of that article said, oh, the model, it wasn't that great, or whatever you want to say. I saw so much different stuff, but to me, I don't care, okay? The article was called Top 10 Worst Contracts in the NHL, and Nick Suzuki does not have one of the worst contracts in the NHL when guys like Milan Lucic and Sean Monahan are still in the NHL making that type of money that they're making. Nick Suzuki does not belong on the top 10 worst contracts list. But now, making $7.875 against the cap, and 23-year-old number one center, who knows, maybe start of day one training camp or first game of the season, Nick Suzuki might have a big old C on the left side of his chest. So if he's the captain, he already has a ton of extra pressure this year. People are going to be looking to him like, hey, you're the guy now. You and Caufield, you're the guys. What are you going to do about it? I personally think he's going to thrive. What I saw from Nick Suzuki in the Stanley Cup final run last year, and even just will the Habs in the playoffs in the North Division. Remember, they weren't going to make it. They were not playing well. They were in a dogfight with the Calgary Flames to get that last playoff spot in the North Division. Suzuki stepped up, and I really think he's going to do that this time. And as the Habs' highest paid player, I really think he's going to relish that. He's going to say, okay, this is my team now. I really believe that. And honestly, one of the most, I'd say the two players I'm most excited to see play for the Habs this season are Juraj Slafkovsky. Yes, I do think he's going to make the team. And Nick Suzuki. To me, those two guys, this upcoming season, glue your eyes to the TV and keep them glued on those two. Man, is this going to be interesting. And if I round out my top three, it's Cole Caufield. I think those three guys, it's going to be so entertaining to watch what they do with the Habs this season. Nick Suzuki, I know the team is not looked at to be very good, but I really think he could come out here and really perform and really say, hey, this is my team. Let's see if he does it now as the highest paid player on the Montreal Canadiens. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.